Today, I'd like to share with you how to get past the fear. How do you do it? I'm going to give you a tip that if you'll use this, you'll always be able to get past the fear that's keeping you from doing what you really want. And so this is Valerieann Giovanni, and I love to share with you ways that you can reach your goals or live your dreams. And a lot of times, the thing that stops people from living their dreams or doing what they really want has to do with what they're afraid of. Afraid of taking that next step, or whatever that fear is. So identify what it is you want, and if there's a fear that's keeping you from moving forward, and if there is, this is what you do. I'll share that with you. Thanks for hopping on here, guys. Okay. It's good to see you. Good to see you. It always is good to see you. So how do you get rid of the fear that is keeping you from moving forward and reaching your goals or achieving your dreams, living your dreams? How do you get rid of it? This is what you do. In order to get past the fear, first of all, let's consider, we'll just, play with the story first, okay? So imagine that it's later in the evening, it's a little bit dark, and you're out in the woods, or you're by the edge of the woods, okay? I'm just making this up as we go, but it'll work, okay? So you're alone, you're at the edge of the woods, and you don't want to go walking into the woods because it's starting to get dark, right? And you don't want to go. So imagine that you're afraid to go deeper into the woods because it's going to be dark and you don't know what's there, and it's scary, and there's no way. You see a trail, but there is no way you're going to go down that trail. And I mean, you have no reason to do that right now because that's kind of scary, right? Well, now imagine that all of a sudden you look and there is a bear that is out coming towards you. And the only way for you to escape that bear is to run, okay? So you start running down the path that you were afraid to go to. Why? Because you now have another motivation. You have a bigger motivation to go down that path into the woods. What is it? Preservation of life. It's like you want to live, right? You're motivated. You're running. You're not even thinking about what you were afraid of just a few minutes ago, right? So that's my story to you. Remember the story of the bear when you're afraid and you're not taking the next step? Remember, then you need to get a motivation that is bigger than your fear. You need a motivation that is bigger than your fear. So if your dream or what you want isn't enough to cause you to run towards it and to go into whatever you need to, face whatever it is, then you need to get something a little more motivating, right? You need to find your bear. What's your bear, your motivation? And it can be either two things. It can be something that either, moves you forward, it pulls you forward. It's a big enough why, a big enough goal that it'll pull you forward, or it's a big enough bear that's chasing you, something that you want to avoid, a pain that you want to avoid, okay? So that's my story to you. It's like, what do you really, really want? And do you have a big enough motivation? Because if that fear is keeping you from doing it, you've just got to get something bigger that you're heading towards, okay? So there you go. This is Valerieann Giovanni, and I know how to actually face lots of fears and to run past, run after bears or let them chase me, whatever, because I've done it. I've done it and I've done it. And I'm able to achieve a lot of goals because I've learned how to just face the fear and move forward anyway. Just go past it. But that is a key thing, is knowing what you really want that's bigger than your fear. So what is it that's bigger than your fear?